Alright, back to 1943X here. Today we're continuing work on the Blender Jupiter. So far we got bottom frame stuff done. And we're gonna work on making the pistons today. So we got our smoke box done. And actually I realized after I uploaded yesterday's video that this is way too small, so I need to bring this out to like right there and there. Okay, that looks better. So pistons, what we're gonna do is I want to get this out of my sight so I can focus on this. We're gonna make the top part first. So let's go into here. By looking at the real ones, it comes up just a little bit. So we're going to just a little. It's actually this. I think this part right here needs to be more forward. These two end boxes, like right there, but we'll move that one too so it feels included. And actually maybe I'll just extrude this. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I don't want this part or that part, just want this part. Bam. Okay, so I freaking hate making these because the sides always get weird like that. Okay. Okay, alright, that's fixed. So that forms that part, and now we're gonna make the top bit, which is this. Holy crap, this box. And it, like, that's like almost perfect right there. Then okay, so when we do this part, just inset it. It's about like right there. Okay, that's not supposed to be like that. I don't know why I did that. Oh, that was funny. Okay, scale by on the y-axis. Then it is the I don't know why is it doing that. I think I just have to do these individually. So yeah, okay, that fixed it. Okay, so there is our the top piston things done. Okay, never mind, because it messed it up again. Why are you like this? Stupid blender. Okay. There we go. Now I can live happily ever after. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. It's just, I think it's just me being not realizing that, so it's way too much. Oh wait, okay, I have an idea. So I'm just gonna inset it like right on here. I'll raise it up just a little because it doesn't need to be too high. Yeah, that's really great right there. Okay. Okay, so now let's make the pistons themselves. And to do that, we are just gonna add a cylinder. 90. That's good. And bring it this way. Okay. I forgot to do it on that side. Oops. Oh, wait, maybe I can only do it. Okay, I can only do it on that side. Or on one side at a time. Perfect. Wait, no, I just wanna... There we go. And then... Okay, so... The pistons themselves have different designs on the different sides. So... I... just needs to come out to like right there. Okay, that's great. So we scale it in, scale it out. Okay, I'll inset it to like there. Yeah. Okay, then that comes in. Another one. Bring that one out to there. Hey guys, I'd just like to point out that beveling the pistons is not accurate. So I'm about to do that, but if you're going for accuracy, don't bevel them. But if you're not, it kind of actually looks cool. So yeah, just heads up. Oh, I have an idea. Let's see. Maybe not so big. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with that. I can always change it later if I need to. And then I will actually undo that because this should be like that. Okay, and then we're gonna make the little nub looking thing. Oh, there we go, yeah. then we'll just do, okay, so and then we'll just bring it out one more and we will bevel that to that. Okay, that looks pretty solid like that. Okay, maybe okay, that looks, I like that better. So, now it's time to do the back. So the back is pretty similar in some ways, but it's also pretty different. So, yeah, you want to, then, there we go. So that's the, oh, I guess it has a lip too. So let's do that. Does that work? Okay. There we go. And then what we'll do is we will bevel these edges like that. Okay, that looks pretty solid. Oh wait, this needs to be like way smaller. Oops. Can I just go? Yeah. Okay. Does that look good? Yes, that looks really great. Then I'll just bevel that, and I'm going to call that good. And yeah, that's fine. Then we will put that on the other side. So, oh great, object, set origin, cursor world origin. And we'll just mirror that to the other side, and that's that. So that was pretty easy. And now we need to work on making this. So that, I'm not sure what this is called. I know it's some sort of rod. We're gonna make the entrance. Wait a minute. Okay, so drawings of them right here for me to use. Okay, maybe, no, actually, so we need, I forgot, but we need to bring these out. Why is that one like that? And we'll shoot it to there, and we'll bring it down there. Oops, and I will bring that. What? Oh, wait, that's why. Oh, okay. Oopsies. Scale X. Bring that to there. And bam. So, sorry, that just kind of confused me because that should be even. And I think I will bevel this. I want to find a real picture of that. But that's gonna be covered up by the cow catcher, and for the most part you can't even see that right now. So I think it looks good. Wait. Oh. Oh, that's right. Okay, so. There we go. Yeah. That's what that should look like. And I think we'll just leave those like that for a minute, but that's our pistons. And okay, now we're gonna work on the 2 rods that need to come in to here. So we are going to add circle 90, 90, oops, 0. There we go. And whoa. This so this is just gonna come out just a teeny bit from the very center. Object, edit mode, cursor, snap, cursor to selected, okay. Object, snap, selection of cursor. Now I can just make that. So our blueprint doesn't show it because it's weird. Oh no, it does. Never mind. So we can just make it as perfect as it needs to be. So then we'll bring that out, scale, bring it out more. Then I'll inset it to about there and push it in. And grab that. Yeah. Wait, no. Okay. We'll just leave it at that, and if we really want to come back and detail it, we can do that later. Big snap. Okay. That looks good. And on this last episode I did the front, but I forgot to move this over to there. So there we go. Okay, so that's that done. Let's see what everything looks like. So it looks pretty solid, I guess. Oh wait. So now it's really starting to take shape. Now we have the pistons in there, but it's missing the piston rods, so that's what we're gonna do next. So the piston rods are super easy because, well, they're just cubes that have been stretched out by a lot. So, oops. Okay, bring that right there. All right. And to add more depth, I think what we'll do is we'll just not do the tops, but we'll only do the bottoms. So, when we do that, we'll not do the whole thing, but we'll just do part of it. And then since this part needs to be flat, we'll just do it like that. Okay. Now as you can see how long that needs to be, so it should be about there. And then for adding the whole, well, for adding the well, we don't need to add a hole, we can just set it like right there. Wait. Yeah. No. Because there should be, this is the outside one, not the inside one, okay. Actually, you know what? We're just going to mirror this. Mesh, snap, cursor to selected. Y. And then we'll join those. And there we go. That's our basic piston rods done. And then we can just copy and paste that for this one right here. But first we need to do some detailing on this. So it should have all these little things poking up. And so the more details you do now, I mean the less work when you just copy and paste it, so better just to do them now. Oops. Bam. And I will just eyeball it. Well, actually, I won't eyeball it. I'll just go into see-through mode and place it correctly. Alright, there we go. So that's for like our oil, that's where oil goes in and all that jazz. So when we copy and paste this, or look, so we're going to mesh, snap, cursor to selected, and object, snap, select, oops, set origin, 3D cursor, and we will copy and paste that. So now, because it's on this edge, when we want to rotate it, so I just kind of did like something almost pointless. Okay, object, edit mode, mesh, snap, cursors is selected, object, set origin, 3D cursor. Okay, so that looks pretty decent, and it's almost like right at the right point. And actually I'll just leave that there. So bam, that's our pistons done, piston rods, and we gotta do this side. I forgot to flip this wheel by 90. So to fix that, that's pretty simple. I'll just go in here, select that side, and what I'll do is I'll separate by selection. And to flip this, I will flip it. All object, set origin, center mass surface, and do it by -90. And oops, that's not what I want to do. Actually, yeah, that is what I want to do. Wait, no, it's not. Object, snap, cursor world origin, set origin 3D cursor, object, mirror, X global. And then to put it in place properly, I will just scooch it up and over. So now it's sitting right where I need it to be. And then this, so it should just be straight across. So yeah, that looks great. So now it's coming along really well. And we need to add the things that connect this. And this is really easy because it's just a square. So just go back into here, and basically we're just gonna make it so it's this thick, and then I will extrude it by that long, and then I'll do this. Extrude it once more and bring it to there, and it should have another cap on the end, so oh wait, that should be negative. Okay, now I will bridge these faces, and that looks pretty good. That's all it needs to be, really. So we'll try and put that on the very edge, and this back needs to sit on the face, this interface. So okay, to do that I'm just gonna that one, and I like to put mine inside, so inside, so I know it's sitting, it looks like it's sitting directly on it. Then I will copy that again, and that's pretty much that. I need to look up how I forgot one thing. So we're gonna add a cube, and we're gonna scale it down. More. So we want this to fit into here, and then bring it down more. So that's pretty good. Then we'll set it to about there. So then we want to make it, there we go, that looks pretty good. Okay, so this needs to also be extended so it wraps around piston rod like that. So it should, you can see it right there on the reference. So it needs to come out to like all the way out there. And what we're gonna do now is add cylinder, size it up a bunch. Okay, so 90, and that's it. keep scaling it. Alright, then what we'll do is we'll just select this face and extrude it out, and maybe we'll further in there. Okay, so we'll join those. That's all there is to making this piston part, and not too difficult, so that's nice. And so now we just need to, I'm actually gonna just, so, wow, okay, so I want to add one more cylinder, and I want this one to be facing me, and this is gonna represent what holds these two together. So it's just gonna basically be one small pin. It's gonna go right there, ultra tiny, so like about right there, and it's gonna have to be elongated. It's a fun word to say, elongated. Okay, that looks pretty great. So now, object, set, or snap cursor, sorry, not cursor selected, snap cursor to world origin. We don't need that. We do not need you. Sorry, sir. Set origin, 3D cursor, and mirror to the X global. And now what we're gonna do is that, because this doesn't really line up, I guess this probably needs to be tilted a little bit. So object, mesh, snap, cursor to selected, object, set origin, 3D cursor. So now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just tilt it up a little bit so it lines up with the center does, and there we go. And what I'll do now is I will just bring this forward, and it looks like this back rod needs to be extended, so whatever I do to this back rod, I'll also do to this one. So bring that up. Oops. No, just what the. Holy crap. Just that one. And just that one. So, extrude that much. Yeah, okay, that looks really good. So, I think that's about it for that part. And now it looks like it's coming together a lot more than where we started from today. And then we're gonna make, what are we gonna make next? We are going to make the wall thing that goes right there. So we're gonna add a cube. You can do this with a plane too, but I like doing it with a cube. Okay. So maybe, okay, sorry, I'm thinking about how I want to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to mirror it when I'm ready to copy and paste it to the other side. So just set it on the end, because it should just stay on the end of that. bring it out to there, and then we are going to scale by Z, and I would think it'd be like that. Okay, so there we go. And there is this really weird looking hole. There should be a hole right here. So to fix that, Boolean. Sorry, Boolean. Holy crap. Okay, now we're gonna just hide that for a sec. And this should be long because this rod should be moving, and it will go up and down. So I'll just make my opening about that big. And there does need to be one more Boolean right there on the frame. And what I'll do for this one is, because like it would be hypothetically impossible to get it in there, like on the frame like that, is I will just bring it down to there and make two loop. Can I make two lookups on that? Yeah, I can. Bring it to there, merge at the center, and then I will delete this face. There you go. And object, set origin, 3D cursor, and that's that's not at the world. Object, snap, cursor, world origin, object, set origin, 3D cursor, and mirror, X global. And then I'll join those two bad boys. And there we go. So that's that done. Pretty easy. What's my recording time at? Oh, 42 seconds. Okay. I think that's about to be all for today. That's a lot of stuff done, I'd say. Now it looks like even more like a train, and there is going to be a lot more things that we do. But man, this looks really good already. So yeah, I'll see you guys later, and thanks for watching this video. Bye.